In the criminal case, now the prosecutors are like, oh, really? Well, how about we add some additional fraud charges onto you? And they're talking about threatening him with insurance fraud, which I would say you could get about 20 years in prison. So that's a death sentence for him.
In what appears to be an ironic twist of fate, the husband of Sunny Hostin from The View, he has been accused of federal insurance fraud in the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Emmanuel Hostin is among nearly 200 defendants named in this case. He is accused of getting kickbacks by performing surgery and fraudulently billing a company that insures taxi companies, Uber, and Lyft drivers. This lawsuit alleges that Hostin and his co-defendants knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries. The insurance firm American Transit was then billed in exchange for kickbacks and/or other compensation, which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions. Hostin's attorney told the Daily Mail, ironically or unironically, his client denies each and every allegation and called the lawsuit, unironically, blanket, scattershot, meritless lawsuit by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier. I'm just going to leave that there.
Somebody take a look at this. I can't believe it, man. We got Sunny Hostin, husband, and the headline. I wonder if she gonna report on this. I honestly, I'm looking forward to the next episode of The View. I don't know how many times y'all ever in life hear anybody you come across say that statement. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next episode to see how she addressed this. The husband of Sunny Hostin from The View has been accused of federal insurance fraud in the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York. Now, before we get into this, I want to encourage you guys to go in the link in the description. Go ahead and join the Patreon today. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Y'all wanna go ahead and get it for the price that is at now? Because moving forward, we finna make some changes. We got somebody added a new addition to the Kingdom team behind the scenes who's gonna help us, get this content to another level. So definitely go sign up for that right now. We got some new stuff on the way for that. But anyhow, back to this Sunny Hostin, man. Let's do some reading. The View co-host Sunny Hostin husband, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin. Okay, we got a name now. Accused of insurance fraud in federal lawsuit. Oh my God. What a cute couple right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hostin and okay, no, let me keep going. I'm over here reading the caption to the picture and crap. The View star and legal expert Sunny Hostin. They called her a legal expert? Yeah, she was like a lawyer or something like that. Let me not discredit her just because I discredit her points of views. The View star and legal expert Sunny Hostin's husband, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, is among the nearly 200 people, named in a new federal lawsuit that accuses the New York City doctor of insurance fraud. What's going on with insurance this year, man? See what happened to the United Healthcare CEO and man, woo. According to the court documents obtained by Entertainment Weekly, the orthopedic surgeon, owner of his Hostin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine practice, established in 2006, is individually, out of them 200, individually accused in the December suit of having, quote, knowingly providing fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries, to covered persons through Hostin Orthopedics, and he purportedly performed, end quote, and allegedly fraudulently billed the insurance company American Transit through each of those entities in exchange for kickbacks and or other compensation, which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions. The 698 page complaint reads, sheesh, 690 pages of, you know what? Triple that if it was going to be for something with Sunny Hostin or anything related to The View. That's probably a cute number in comparison to, the what can be written about that. Anyhow, let's continue. American Transit, excuse me, the plaintiff, American Transit, the plaintiff in the suit is an insurance company that primarily works for Uber, with Uber, Lyft, and taxi drivers. Oh, snap. I got to tell my brother about that one right here. The company claims in the complaint the insurance fraud is rampant and endemic to the New York state, where Dr. Hostin practices Manhattan medical offices due to his NoFault or personal injury protection law. According to the government-provided description, NoFault is designed to pay promptly regardless of who is at fault or whether there was any negligence for economic losses, meaning medical/health health expenses, lost earnings, and certain other reasonable and necessary expenses related to injuries sustained, up to $50,000 per person. Basic no-fault coverage to the driver and all passengers injured in your car, as well as any pedestrians injured by your car because of its use or operation in New York. So I asked AI to go ahead and explain this to me in simple terms, and this is what it came up with. All right, so imagine this. You're driving in New York, right? You and your friends or even some random pedestrians get hurt in a car accident. Now, with this no-fault insurance thing, you don't have to figure out who messed up or who's at fault at all. How it works. See, the money for medical stuff, right? If anyone in your car or hit by your car gets hurt, this insurance will pay for their medical bills up to $50,000, and that covers doctor visits, hospital stays, and you name it. Now, in terms of lost earnings, if you or someone else can't work because of your injuries from the accident, no fault will also help cover the money you would have made if you were at work. And other costs. There might be other costs like getting to and from doctor appointments or maybe some equipment you need because of your injury. NoFault has got that covered too, as long as it's reasonable and necessary. The key point is, it doesn't matter if you were texting, the other driver was speeding, or whatever. NoFault insurance kicks in and starts helping out when those costs, with those costs right away, up to $50,000 limit per person. It's like a safety net involved for everyone in the accident. No questions, no asks on anyone to blame. So that's just an understanding of that. Now, this video popped up where Sonny Hostins, I'm gonna keep messing up. I'm gonna say Sonny's husband has been named in a massive insurance RICO fraud case. Now it says, watch how Hostin implicates her husband in such a scheme. He operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance company to get paid for the work, is what she said. Let's watch it, man. Let's watch it together now.
Now, statements
wait, hold
specifically
on. Let Sonny get in here.
I mean, I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country. And it's just undeniable that that's the case. And so I'm not, unfortunately, surprised that people are celebrating the use of violence. I'm not surprised that this young man thought that change could be accomplished through violence. 1 in 4 Americans say violence against government sometimes is justified. And today, in 2024, 1 in 10 Americans say violence is justified right now against corporations and government.
That's very scary.
Those are just.
And even though I don't think he might change something, he might have laid out a plan for a copycat. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you was there. You heard it yourself, right? You heard it yourself. Somebody said it's an attempted cover. They already knew he was under investigation, and this was their plan to get out of it from the front of it. Somebody said, nah, she's not that smart. She was trying to brag about how wonderful her husband was and trying to help the uninsured. She said this on December 11th of last year, right after the United Healthcare CEO was assassinated. She's supposed to be a lawyer. Obviously not a smart one right now. I'm just saying. Somebody says she gave up all this scheming Sherry gave up all the scheming right here. I was so ready for her to go to jail with him. No one is above the law. Nobody's above the law unless you're a Democrat, of course. I'm confused. Patient had no insurance, so why would an insurance company be responsible for payment? Which is a really good question from, that I like to ask too. I'm not saying that there aren't issues with insurance companies. Let me make sure I make that clear. I know that families are being affected by the inefficiencies and, the negligence of a lot of these insurance companies and things of that nature. So I'm not being, not being careful about or caring about that whatsoever, but how does that work? You just operate on somebody and decide, okay, we're going to go after this company because they should have insured you. I don't know. Truly didn't think she thought this was dumb, though. I'll say that. But right now we're seeing it's just a family of grifters. Somebody said, I wonder how he decides which insurance to sue since the patient doesn't have any and he operates on them anyways. That's exactly what I just said. Literally exactly what I just said. I don't watch The View, but I will tomorrow. Hey, somebody said, I said that too. Look, this comment section is passing the vibe check. Well. I'm betting she knew. She now testified against her own husband. Sounds simple enough though, right? Dr. Hostin is a social justice warrior, not a common medical insurance crook. We will see what the court says. Why do the wokies legitimize violence, even gun violence, when it pertains to their micro causes rather than broader principles? I don't know, bro. I have no clue. How can you sue an insurance company if they didn't have insurance?